Welcome to a brand new episode of Quinte Connection. Thanks so much for joining us, as there's lots to get through as we've said goodbye to March break, and there's all sorts of really interesting initiatives and businesses, of course, as always in the Bay of Quinte. But a newer business owner over in Quinte West, it's the owner and primary instructor, Michelle Doran of Art Explorers Academy. So Michelle, so great to meet you. Congratulations on the business. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
How did your story get started, Michelle, when it comes to bringing an art studio in Quinte West?
Well, I've had my home studio for many years where I just did my own fine art practice. But after COVID, I think, like a lot of people, I was just getting a little bit lonely. And I wanted to marry my interest with working with children and my art practice. So I decided to open up a public art studio where I can host classes and talk to the public.
Great. So you opened in the fall. The grand opening was just this past year, 2024. So Michelle, what has kind of the reaction been like?
It's been really great. A lot of people stop in and just have a look at the art on the walls and have a little chat about the role of art in their lives. And I get to meet a lot of parents and grandparents and get them signing up to the classes.
Yeah, there's nothing like this in Quinte West. So Michelle, where specifically are you located?
We're in behind the main street. So we're a couple of doors down from the back entrance of the Dollar Tree and the Mission, right beside the Trenton Beauty Bar. There's a parking lot and the Old Town Hall right in front of us. So it's pretty easy to get to.
Perfect. So nice and central in downtown Trenton, which is always good with all sorts of parking, so even better. Mm-hmm. Walk us through your classes, Michelle, especially for young children, because Anne and I, our producer here, we're noticing just how affordable and economical your classes are for kids.
Yeah, I try to make them affordable for all kinds of families. So Mondays we have ages 4 to 6 from 4:30 to 5:30, then Tuesday ages 7 to 9. Wednesdays age 10 to 13, and Thursdays age 14 to 17. And then on Fridays after school, we have Sketchbook Club, which is a drawing specifically for drawing, and that's for ages 9 to 14. So we do, in the regular art classes, we do mixed media projects. So we have a different, mostly painting based, but we go into a little bit of sculpture, add drawing and pastels and watercolors and all experimenting through all of the mediums. And then I also do private lessons for kids who want to just focus specifically on their own learning. And I also do adult courses periodically.
Great. So let's go through kind of the kids' courses specifically. Are they kind of drop-in sessions in each day, or do they follow just kind of a set curriculum over a number of weeks?
Yeah, so the schedule remains the same all the time, and it's running whenever school is running, and you can just sign up whenever you'd like. And I don't make you pay for classes that you miss. So if you get sick or if you have a vacation or something's going on, you can just pay as you come. So we either have art passes where you pay ahead of time for 10 classes, and that's actually a little cheaper. There's a little bit of a discount there, or you can just pay one class at a time.
What are the prices for this, Michelle, especially, let's say, kind of the younger kids?
$20, and then the older kids are $25.
And that includes all their art supplies and everything else they might need?
All materials included. Yep.
Great. So you mentioned kind of you do adult classes periodically. Where is that at these days?
So the class that I'm running right now is called Art as Spiritual Practice. It's a 6-week course. It's a mixed media class, and we look at how to use art as a mindfulness and meditative process. And that's I'm going to be running another session of that towards the end of March. And I also do mixed media classes and art journaling, but the one that I'm running right now is called Art as Spiritual Practice.
Thanks, Michelle. So what's happening with parties and events? Is that available for the community?
Yeah, so I have time slots available mostly on the weekends. The parties, they start at a minimum of 5 kids, $20 per kid. All the materials are included. The time slots are usually about 2 hours. We do an art activity that's based on a theme that the birthday kid gets to pick. And then the second hour is for gifts and cake, and I've set up a little table in the studio for that. So yeah, we just create a nice atmosphere, rearrange the studio so it's party ready, and yeah, invite people in.
Nice. So do you have many staff members, Michelle? Is it all you? How is it working on the staffing front?
No, right now it's just me. I'm gonna get a co-op student this week actually, so that's gonna be exciting. It's another way to mentor a young person in art, so I'm really excited about that.
Is this your first venture in the business world, Michelle? Have you kind of had other ventures as being an independent artist?
Yeah, I worked freelance in textile design and illustration for a lot of years,
Nice.
and that's why I wanted to have a more public facing business, because that was so much just being shut up in my own studio and doing things online. And so yeah, this is giving me more of an ability to connect with people.
Now, why Quinte West for you, Michelle? Is it just kind of where you're already based with your family, or you kind of noticed a void in the art space? Because certainly we need more of these across the broader Bay Quinte region.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a mix of factors. I'm not originally from here. I'm actually originally from Orono, but I spent almost a decade living abroad, where I met my husband. And by the time we moved back to Canada, housing prices were so crazy that we just kind of ended up here. And then I noticed that there wasn't anything like this. So I just kind of got an inspiration and started.
Well, thanks for taking the initiative on this, Michelle. I think a lot of people, especially families, will benefit long term in the community. Where did you live abroad?
I lived in Italy. So
Nice.
I went there during university, during art school. I have a bachelor's in fine art. And I went to Florence, Italy to study art for a while. And then I was tutoring kids in English, Italian kids. And then I transitioned into freelance work so I could live wherever I wanted, because I was just doing it online. And I met my husband, and we spent a little time living there. And then after we had kids, we decided to move back to Canada. And he ended up working. He's a chef, so he ended up working in the county. So this is just the area we ended up.
Great.
But
So
the county has a lot of kids programming already, and
yeah.
this area specifically doesn't have as much opportunities.
Yeah, well, great. A very creative family. For folks who've been looking behind your shoulder and admiring all the wonderful work you do behind, are you doing private commissions? Can people kind of commission you to do a piece of art?
Yeah, I work in mixed media, so it's mostly acrylics, and there's some drawing and some collage and stuff mixed in, and I work small and large, and yeah, I love doing commissions too. So
Great. So for folks who want to see your work and learn more about Art Explorers Academy, where do we go online?
So the studio website for the classes is artexplorersacademy.com. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram under the same name. And then for my personal work, you can go to michelleallisondoran.com.
Fabulous. We'll have that up. Once again, Michelle Doran, congratulations. Thanks so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.